Hey guys, welcome back to Carnivore Quest. Larry here. Glad you stopped by for a few minutes. I got a pretty cool video for you today. We are going to react together to one of my favorite YouTube channels, Beard Meats Food. He's got almost 5 million subscribers. My son Cody turned me on to him about a year ago, and you know, he's a former competitive eater. And I think he still might compete once in a while, but now he's got a really successful YouTube channel, travels around Europe and the United States, hitting up different local restaurant food challenges, and he takes them all on. I love his personality. He's got excellent content. Definitely a dude I'd like to hang out with, for sure. He's got a really cool vibe. Now, this 76-ounce steak challenge is the first one I've ever seen him do. I've probably seen about 100 of his videos. You know, I've seen him take on monster omelets, you know, huge pizzas, gigantic, crazy cheeseburgers, but I've never seen him do a steak challenge. And our son Cody actually sent me the link to this video. He said this would be a good one for you to react to. And I've seen about the first minute of this. I haven't seen how it ends. In all the videos I've seen Beard Meats Food do, I've seen him fail like 2 challenges. Usually he gets it done. But almost 5 pounds of meat, that's a lot of protein, man. We know how satiating meat is. There's no way I could do a challenge like this. I don't even think I've eaten a full 2-pound steak before. What's really going to be interesting, let's stick around till the end. A lot of times when he finishes these huge, insane eating challenges, he'll order dessert, which, I mean, sometimes it's just like, wow. So he doesn't do it all the time, so it'll be interesting to see if he orders dessert at the end of this video. Anyway, let's jump right into it and check it out. I really enjoy his channel. I will link the original video in the description if you guys like this kind of content and you want to subscribe to his channel. But let's jump right in.
Want to take a picture?
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case I finish.
Yeah.
You don't sound confident.
Yeah, right.
Right, so today I'm at a place called J&R's Steakhouse, and it's in Islip? Islip. And I'm taking on the 76-ounce steak challenge. It's a giant piece of cow, and you get a baked potato as well. Does that count as vegetable, you think? And you get 1 hour to finish, yeah?
1 hour to finish.
And if you do successfully finish, you get the meal in the house?
Yes, meal in the house. And the shirt.
And the shirt too. Cool, right. In that case, I have to cut it first and check it's cooked.
Yep.
Yeah?
Temperature, take a bite, and then we'll start the fire.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, good to go.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
That thing looks massive.
I think I'm gonna need it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 in the trip to Long Island. Today I'm doing a steak challenge, and it's been a while since I last did a steak challenge, and I'm not gonna lie, it shows.
The end pieces are nice and charred, you know. They're not really medium rare, but that's because they're on the outside of the cut of meat. These parts are delicious. The middle is a little bit more rare. That makes it a little harder to swallow.
Yeah, medium rare for enjoyment. The sinew is a little tricky to gulp down, but come on, nobody orders a steak well done. It's practically an act of criminality.
The key when you do a steak challenge is to stay busy. So while you're eating, you should be cutting the steak up. In fact, cutting the steak is almost as hard as eating the stuff.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm getting there, slowly but surely. 1 hour, yeah. My fingers are going into cramp.
Yeah, I'm just talking to an old bloke there who was out for a casual dinner with his granddaughter, and I find there's an interesting cultural difference between old people in America and those in England, because in America, for some reason, they're impressed by this. In England, they're just generally repulsed by it.
Yeah, that's about as far as I got when I uploaded the video. And I don't know, man. That's a lot of meat. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. You think Beard Meats Food's going to dominate this 5-pound steak? Ooh, I'm getting full already. It looks so good, though.
I feel like my left arm is going to fall off. Thankfully, the steak is delicious. So I'm not bored of it yet. I am bored of cutting it though.
Yeah, thankfully the steak tasted fantastic. I have to say I enjoyed the parts on the outside rather than the centre. Probably just because they were less, I don't know, what's the word, visceral, juicy?
I'm gonna have a humongous blister on my left index finger. I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much Anatomy 101. I got there in the end. At this point, you can really see just how much steak it is, because at the beginning, I wasn't that intimidated by it. I was thinking, yeah, it looks a bit flat. It doesn't look too tough. But once you start breaking it up and you've got a tray full of steak, despite having eaten already for about 16, 17 minutes, you can just see how much meat is really there.
I don't know what the sauce is, but I'm gonna put a little bit of this on here just to.
I always say sauces cause us to overeat. He needs that sauce to get it down. I love it. Man, that's a big steak.
Moisten up the meat a little bit. That just tastes like ketchup. I don't know, how do you think I'm doing?
Actually, you're not doing too bad, actually.
Yeah, well that's
No,
good
not
to
bad at all. Much better than most people.
Much better than most people. That's a real badge of honor right there. Anyway, yeah, breaking out the sauce now, which the more of it I ate, I realized that, you know, although it tasted like ketchup, at first taste, it's a steak sauce, right? So it's kind of I would describe it as a halfway house between ketchup and brown sauce, HP, Daddy's, whichever brand you prefer. But it helped to lubricate the meat. I'm not going to expand on that.
I don't know what this sauce is, but it helps.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that by the time I stop eating, almost the full ball is gone. Anyway, let's talk about the challenge. It's a 76-ounce steak challenge, accompanied by, for some reason, don't know why, a baked potato. You also get sour cream with it. And although it was just a baked potato, it's around this point I start to really look forward to eating pretty much anything but steak. And yeah, if you finish in an hour, it's on the house, and you get a free t-shirt too.
I'm gonna put an.
Yeah, just how 5 pounds of meat, where would that go? You know, and most competitive eaters are not big people. There's another girl on YouTube that does content like this. She's a tiny little thing, and she just eats an incredible amount of food. That's always baffled me. You know, it's like you would think these people would be huge, very obese, but most of them are in shape. It's crazy.
Yeah, when you stop doing contests, the jaw endurance is really the first thing to go.
You could eat steak quicker than this. It's just, for me anyway, I find it ultra dangerous trying to swallow huge chunks of meat. Plus, if you're gonna eat steak, it's expensive, right? You might as well enjoy it.
Yeah, believe me, I've seen a few people have some hairy moments choking on steak when they got a little bit overzealous with swallowing chunks that were too big, and over here, you know, safety is the #1 priority.
Thank you. Almost.
Looks like he's slowing down.
Oh, you got this. You're only halfway now.
Just about. My jaw, I'm not full. My jaw is the problem now. I'm getting really tired.
That's really the problem then, right? There, now you got it. You got 30 minutes left.
Thank God for this sauce. I don't know what the heck it is, but it helps.
You keep saying that. If you read the label, actually I do read the label there. That's how I come to the conclusion that it is, in fact, steak sauce. But yeah, the sauce, as I mentioned, did help quite significantly. Pretty tangy, refreshing.
The sign of a good steak, I'd say, is if you can eat, about 64 ounces of it so far, and it still tastes good, it's a good steakhouse.
I mean, don't get me wrong, at this point, I'm very much still enjoying the taste of the steak. It's just a lot of hard work to get down. The old mandible starting to give in a little bit. But just a few more mouthfuls and the baked potato, and we're a step closer to a t-shirt. A t-shirt that will no doubt be too big for me, but a t-shirt nonetheless.
Oh, wow. So obviously you go around doing these things.
Yeah, a little bit too much, actually, if anything.
That's the kind of thing I would only say after nearly 40 minutes of eating. Like, apparently only seven people, I think, have done this. Or 7 to 10, I think maybe the server said. Something like that, not many.
I can honestly say, I've never looked forward to a baked potato as much in my entire life.
I was really looking forward to it too.
Wow, he finished that steak. That's crazy. Yeah, there's no way I could do it. There's no way I could do it. Then especially with my dentures, I couldn't do it under an hour. But even if I had 4 hours, 5 hours, I couldn't eat all that meat. But I normally wouldn't show you guys a baked potato on the channel. But let's get through this. I want to see if he orders dessert. He needs the baked potato to win the challenge. Let's see.
Up until this point, we could pretty much call this a low-carb challenge.
It is quite literally just a baked potato with some sour cream on it, and it tastes like heaven.
Yeah, I never really did figure out if that was objectively just a really good baked potato, or if it was just the fact that I've been eating steak for, 40 minutes, and just the taste of anything but steak tasted really good by comparison. But we're almost there now, just a few scraps of potato and sour cream, and I hope you enjoyed it. The steak here, I would really highly recommend this. This challenge has been around for a long time. It's a pretty famous one, and although not many people have done it, I think it's achievable. You might just want to chew on something like, I don't know, a tennis ball or something like that for a few days beforehand. Catch you at the next one.
Alright, this is good meat food, and that was J&R's 76er steak challenge. Oh man, my jaw hurts so much.
Dessert? Let's see.
Please God, please tell me you have a dessert menu.
You want dessert?
Yeah, I need, after that I need something sweet. I feel like it's really appropriate that the Michael Bolton song, How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, is playing while I eat this slice of cheesecake.
Wow, that is crazy. He went for the cheesecake, man. That guy's a beast. I really enjoyed that. Cody told me that he's got a couple more steak videos. I've never really gone back and looked like his older content, but I'm definitely a fan of his channel, and I never miss one of his new uploads. He's one of the few channels I get notification, I'll click on it and check out, where he's eating, and half the fun is just seeing, what like little mom and pop restaurant he's visiting, whether it's in Europe or here in the United States. He actually did a barbecue challenge about an hour away from Cassie and I. And I thought, I could go over and attempt that challenge here on the channel. But there's a lot of barbecue sauces and I don't even think Cassie and I could do the challenge. But you never know. We might attempt that. That would be fun. Like I said, it's under an hour. It's like 45 minutes away from here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. A little something different. We don't do a whole lot of reaction videos to other people's content. And it was fun. So we'll see you in the next one. Remember, no sugar, no carbs, and no cheating. Later.